guys, welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, you're so welcome, and if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for sticking by. As you can tell from the title of today's video, it's about to be interesting and fun. I have one of my good friends here with me. Introduce yourself to us, mum.
Hello, my name is Loshi, but everyone calls me Losh.
It's really a very interesting episode again, and we're talking about growing up back in Nigeria as a country in Africa and growing up in England, United Kingdom. So Lucy here grew up in the UK, and me, you know now, have a Paco original international Ajapa. So we're telling you the differences between growing up in the UK and growing up in Nigeria. So just the differences, and just like a chit chat, a conversation. So it's nothing serious at all. Just stretch your legs, grab your popcorn and enjoy. I spent most of my years growing up in Nigeria, and I actually grew up in Ibadan, that's southwest of Nigeria, and I later moved to Lagos for my nursing at a point in time. But literally I can say I spent most of my years of my growing up, even as an adult, in Nigeria. I just moved to the UK, like it will be 2 years, so not really a long time. Unlike Lucy, on the other hand, who has spent most of her life here in the UK. So in Nigeria, let me just chip this in.
Yeah.
It was hard. It was really hard. No lights, no water. You know, when we studied growing up, like we used lanterns. Do you know lanterns?
Yeah.
You said it, Sammy. We used lanterns to read.
Yeah.
Like it was really hard. Even while I was in nursing school as an adult, to be honest, we still used lamps to read, and all of that. It was quite hard. So that's, by the way. Let's talk about chores as a child, like doing household chores. We fetch water. You know wells, right?
Yeah.
We fetch water from the wells. I fetched water to the extent that my chest started paining me at a point in time, and I drank Gary to the extent that I felt at that point I had eye issues. Sometimes I felt like at a point in my life, I felt like my parents were wicked, like they were just being strict with us. That unnecessarily. Sometimes I tell them I don't want to fetch water. They're like, you have to go. We don't have taps in our house. You know, it was really hard. How was it for you growing up?
So growing up, for like the first 15 years of my life, I grew up back in Cameroon.
Okay.
And it was sort of similar to what you went through, even though I went like my early adult teen years.
Yeah.
I was in boarding school most of my life, because boarding school was
Boarding school
was it.
How was your boarding school back in Cameroon?
Boarding school life, I tell you, was sweet.
Was sweet.
For
some people don't have that sweet experience.
In a point where I hated school, like the whole going to class, sitting down, listening to some old person talk to you. I hated that part, but the social part of it
was nice.
I loved it. So
really?
I went just from 1 to Form 5, then I moved here when I was 15.
To do your Form 6 year, like your Form 6 year.
Yeah, but although my grades wasn't good enough, so I had to go back to.
Why was your grade? Why were your grades not? What happened to your grades?
Man, I was barely scraping by. Okay.
So let's move fast forward to moving here.
How was it? Oh, life! It was so hard. The cultural differences were so hard. It getting used to, like, calling your old, like an
people
old
names, your uncles. You cannot even call them. Maybe their child, which is your cousin, is older than you.
Yeah.
So for instance, you have to call them mommy Lucy. Maybe for instance, their child is Lucy. Your uncle, or you're supposed to call him Daddy Lucy, right?
Yeah.
Because the son is Lucy.
Yeah.
You dare not. You will call him Daddy Boda Lucy. You have to put the Boda or the auntie, because if not, respect is actually something that, like, if you go out with your mom, or you go for family occasions or whatever, she's telling you, greet that person. With that person, look at me, Lucy. If possible, we can raise each other's knee. I'm sure my knees are darker than yours. My knees are darker than yours, because I have knelt down for the whole generation.
Oh my God, you have no idea.
To be honest, so I I can imagine how you adapted to that.
Like, I mean, I grew adapting to life here was easy because I was young.
Yeah.
So I got used to everything quickly.
Yeah.
And obviously my accent had to change at some point. It was very strong.
Yeah. See your accent now. I wish I could talk like that. But my Yoruba accent is too strong. It cannot leave me everywhere you go.
We got.
I envy you. Regarding the accent, I envy you. Sometimes I want to be like, but I cannot. No matter where you go, remember the road that will lead you home.
Basically, I feel like I have both of best worlds because there's a lot of things I can relate to here, and some things I can relate to, you know, the culture back home.
Yeah.
But most of the time, I'm always like,
you're more of the British
I'm
side.
more of the British side than I am the African side.
But I'm sorry to cut you short. I had a friend at a point. He also has this kind of upbringing, like left Nigeria. He was born here, went to Nigeria, came back here. So there was a time he spoke about like an identity crisis. So sometimes someone like you don't know where to identify. Like and you know, sometimes you can, you know why, when you grew up here, went to Nigeria to work. So you know, some of the guys there, the Nigerian guys, they talk and, you know, they are flowing. The moment it gets into the matter, there are some things they start talking about you can't relate with, and in a way it's like an outcast. So when they're talking about things, it feels like an outcast. It can't really contribute much. So it's that sometimes it feels bad about that.
Oh yeah, I feel
that way.
I certainly feel like that. It's always like with my family, like if I have like if I try to be opinionated and tell my aunt something or my mom something, she'll be like, oh, what do you know? You're just a child. You're just shush.
Yeah, maybe you're just like a British child. And there's this stigma. I can imagine there's this stigma because even me personally, sometimes I feel I'm always scared. Like when I give birth to my kids here in UK, raising them here, I feel like they won't have that street smartness. You know, like they won't be so street smart. Unlike me, I grew up in a way like the hard way, the harsh condition. So in a way that formed me. Even though it's suffering, no matter the formation that is forming.
But your kids don't have to suffer.
Yeah, they don't have to suffer. Exactly. But even though I'm working hard, I'm doing all this relocation wahala for them to have a better life, I'm scared that they might imagine my child now, a female child, like a guy is breaking her heart. She's not coming and I'm crying. You're like, okay, share. Tough up, man up, my dear. You want to come home and be crying. And you imagine, mommy, I need ice cream and chocolate. I will slap you. I will slap you. Imagine those kind of situations. I don't know how I'm gonna cope because the Nigerian in me, I'm typical. I'm not even like a typical. I'm not just a Nigerian girl. So if you don't know, I'm a traditional Nigerian. I'm very traditional. So a child of mine coming home and crying, a guy broke my heart, I wouldn't know how to react. Well, maybe at that point I would have blended in. I must have raised that to like 20 something. Maybe I'm used to that. Things will kick in. But talking about now, I'm
will never
kick
in, just to let you know.
Yeah, I can just slap you. Like, why are you crying? A guy broke your heart, you're crying. Shut up there. Go and wash plates. In fact, get inside, go and wash clothes. Why?
Kudos to my mom for actually speaking out with me.
She really did well.
No, she did well. Honestly, sometimes I feel sorry for the woman. Like for raising up two girls. Raising up two girls
in the UK.
It's hard.
It's hard.
It's really hard. It's a lot of challenges. Sometimes I look at him like, Mom.
I can imagine that.
Kudos to you, my
So, but you've really done well blending in, you know.
Yeah.
And all of that.
I still sort of like get where sometimes when people are talking to me, I'm like, oh God, I'm not really. If I can't relate to that sometimes. If I'm talking to people who grew up here about
the accent, when your accent changed, how was it for you?
Oh my God. Friends? So my friends back at home, they're always like, oh, stop talking funny. I'm like, I'm not talking funny anymore.
Stop talking funny. You know that my accent have changed. Oh my God.
And the thing is, pidgin, I never spoke pidgin anyway. So
you never spoke pidgin?
No. I never spoke it. Like I always tried to, but it never came.
Come and pay me. Let me teach you. I go teach you. You go sabi the thing.
No, honestly, I understand pidgin, but
when I say, what did they do for there?
What are you doing there? No, honestly, I understand
Okay.
pidgin.
Why you dey no? What do you dey do since?
What are you doing since? Why are you taking so long? Isn't it?
Congratulations.
I was like, why are you talking funny? And like, oh no, I don't talk funny anymore. This is how I talk now.
Oh,
And like,
poor you.
I know, poor me. But sometimes it took me a while. It took
But concerning
mom
the
a while
accent,
to get used to it. Cause she's like, why are you talking like that? I'm like, oh. Then I revert back to my other accent.
someone like you, does your mom have accent?
Yeah, African, but not quite though.
Does she have a British accent? Not really.
Not really.
She came here as an adult, so
Yeah,
not necessarily.
no.
So I feel like people like you, I've heard someone who's saying that people like you, when you're talking to your mom, you want to, okay, when you're at school, you have a different accent. How was it for you? When you're at school, you have a different accent because your friends are British and all that.
Yeah.
But when you get home, you want to fit into your mom's kind of accent.
Oh yeah.
So how was it for you? Did you struggle with that?
I struggle with that because she always told me off for doing that, for always speaking with my English accent. She always told me off for speaking. She always said, "Why you don't talk to me like that? I can't understand what you're saying."
She said that?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
But now it's different. She has to deal with it. I'm like,
you're growing up here. There's nothing she can do.
It's like nothing. You can't stop the process.
From happening.
Then the dialect, my dialect, I can't speak my dialect.
You
to
can
save my life. No,
really?
I can't.
But can you understand?
I understand everything, but to express
you
myself,
can't express it. But it's good that you understand, though.
Yeah,
that's good.
So if I go back home, people be like, "Oh, this girl, too Western for us."
I know.
But here I'm not Western enough.
Yes.
Well, I'm not too. Yeah, you know.
But you're Western, though. If they put me and you on a scale, me I'm Ajepako.
Ajebo.
You Ajebo. You're not Ajepako.
I know.
It's me that's Ajepako. Unapologetically.
I spent a lot of like my time in boarding school, so we always had chores anyway because it was a Catholic boarding school. You had to
imagine
doing chores every time. So when I got back home, honestly, I'm not even kidding. The first thing we did, my aunt would literally drag me to church at 5 o'clock. I'm thinking, are you crazy? Like, what sort of lunatic are you? Are you a psychopath?
It's a culture. Children must go to church.
Going to church at 5 o'clock is like darkness, complete darkness. And walking to church. Then we come back because she used to have pigs. We feed the pigs. We clean the yard. Like mop the floors. Not hoover. I want to say hoover the floors. Mop the floors.
Yeah.
Then about 11 o'clock, that's when you have the first meal of the day, and it's not like it's toast or it's proper cooking food.
It's not English breakfast.
It's not English breakfast. It's like you cook. Sometimes
you blend pepper. Have you ever used
the
grinding stone?
Yeah.
I use your hand to take the pepper out.
Oh good God.
Yeah.
My God.
I made a mistake. That was my growing up.
Putting my hand in
Did you fetch water from the well?
We didn't have a well. Well, I never had to fetch water from a well. You know, for 1 o'clock you can go and do whatever
you want to do.
But 7, in fact 6. When we talk about 7 is 1 hour too late. 6 o'clock you have to be back in the house.
Goodness.
Like back in the house. Like 6:01 you are late. You start having conversations about your life. Start telling you stories about your life.
Wow.
Then that's what happened here as well. When we moved here, my mom was like, in the winter. I wish I was joking, you know. Curfew was 4 o'clock.
What?
So at 4 o'clock, that's when it gets dark.
Well, I think growing up here with an African parent,
it's hard. It's hard.
Yeah.
Then summer, 7 o'clock's my curfew. 7 o'clock.
So they were still using the tough hand, which wouldn't have been different if we were still in Africa. I think they were just trying to imbibe the Africa nurturing. Still in the UK. Education wouldn't be a stop.
No.
Even for me as a parent, you still don't let me say this on camera, but you might still receive koboko and some canes on your head. It's just that child service can come and carry me at the end of the day.
The wooden spoon.
But is sometimes it's good that koboko on your head. It must sound.
You know,
I actually have a fear of raising my kids here because I'm like, what will I do? How will I discipline them without knocking pankere on their head? But I realized that there are other ways of actually nurturing a child. I don't have a child yet, but I'm doing researches. I'm taking up some online classes, you know, on parenting and all that. Because one day she's not gonna knock back on my child's head and the hair split into two. Because of stubbornness. So I have to, you know, deal with that. I want to be a good parent.
Always have a naughty corner for them.
A naughty corner, those are the things.
Apparently that works.
In Nigeria, when I was growing, what is a naughty corner?
No,
pankere will sound on your head. Did your mom used to beat you?
Oh yeah. She did.
Back home.
Back home. She used to. I was.
But
not,
coming here,
I've got
what did she do?
scars. I've got scars to prove that.
Even me. My mom dealt with me. My mom was a teacher. Very strict. She's gonna watch this, mommy. If you're seeing this, I can never forget all that suffering. Ha! My mother. When she finished beating you, your life will change for the best.
You were 15 when I got my first phone. It was the best day of my
I
life.
think your mom is strict though.
She is strict.
My mother is strict.
If she, do you know what? If she wasn't strict, I wouldn't have turned up the person I am today. Probably on this street doing drugs.
To wrap it up, I would just like to ask, if you could go back in time, would you have chosen to stay back in Cameroon,
No.
or you would still come to the UK?
Us to come to the UK.
You think the UK offered you better life?
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously.
It made it. Do you know what? It made me learn a lot of things. Like my thinking has. I think my
changed.
thinking has
Even
changed.
me, spending just 2 years in the UK,
Yeah, it's
my orientation is changed.
It's
Before, I don't like
changed,
a guy plating his hair. I don't like a guy using studs and earrings and all that. But now,
but yeah, some
I
people
don't.
are-
It's not like I really want it, but I don't think I want to have tattoos. I don't think I want to have a second piercings. Not because people that are doing it, they are doing anything wrong. But if I see it on you, now I appreciate it. Before,
Yeah.
I'm like a guy plating his hair. What's that?
Yeah.
Now I even plait hair for my my male friends that want me to plait their hair.
And
Like, I don't have
sometimes
problems with
long
that.
hair looks good better on men than it does women.
Yes, I agree with that.
Sometimes piercings look better on men.
Yes, yeah. So things are changing.
I
Like,
think that my thinking has definitely changed.
Changed.
If I was back at home, it would still be, I'll still have that mentality of
I get it.
women can't do anything, men should, screw that.
I
Sorry,
get it.
pardon my French.
That's fine. So going back, you still want to come to the
Oh yeah,
UK.
for sure,
So
definitely.
you prefer going
Maybe
up to
younger.
UK.
Maybe if I came a bit younger.
A bit younger, you
Yeah,
love it.
I love that.
Well, I don't really have much to say about growing up in Nigeria. You guys, you already know how hard and tough it is. Asking myself too, would I want to actually come here as a child? Of course. Who doesn't want the better life? Who doesn't want to live well? And that's why people like me, overseas qualified nurses, immigrants, students coming from all walks of life to the UK, most of us are doing it for our kids.
Yeah.
We want them to have a better life, even for ourselves. I'm still young. I still have a long way ahead of me, by God's grace. So I still want to have fun. I want to enjoy my life.
Yeah.
Even though sometimes there are some pros of living in Nigeria or in Africa.
Yeah.
There are some things, sometimes you miss home, you miss that. But
Yeah.
there's insecurity, the light unavailability of stable electricity, water, potable water, and all of those things is a factor. Maybe if Nigeria or if Cameroon, if Africa was were to be better or were to get better, maybe most of us might want to go back home.
Yeah.
But until then, we die here. We are not going anywhere.
But-
thank you very much.
But saying that, I'm happy I grew up back
a
there.
bit there.
A
At
bit
least you
there
have some
and
skills.
here. Because I have a lot of skills like my counterparts in the UK do not have.
Thank you.
And and
That's why I'm
vice
scared of
versa.
raising my kids here, because me now be street. I be street. I don't talk to me. You talk, you collect. Go collect what. I will deal with you. Well, but you get me.
Yeah.
My female counterpart can't just walk up to me and telling me shit. Are you mad?
No.
Sorry to say, I crazy, my darling.
No.
I'll deal with you. If I give you one punch, well, if you are bigger than me, I cannot beat you. But if you are like me, I will finish you. We will finish ourselves. Even if you beat her, I'll beat you back. But my children now, I'm not encouraging them to fight though. But I'm thinking
Defend
for
yourself.
defensive purposes. I'm thinking I will
If
enroll
some
them.
kid-
I will enroll them in karate class.
If some kid, my future child, if some kid punches in the playground,
Beat her. Beat her.
I give-
Bite her. Tear her apart.
I give you permission
Tear her apart.
to rip them to shreds.
Rip them to shreds, my darling. As I hate it when kids come, they beat me. Who beat you?
Please.
Beat them.
In fact, I'll beat you for crying.
If I don't want to be a bad mother, finish them. Me, your mother, they cannot. As far you're not holding gun, you're not holding knife. This same our hand. It's not a mouth though. It's not a bluff. It has happened before. Surulere, CMS, Ojuelegba. I have fought conductor and driver before. I was mad. You cannot live in Lagos and you not be mad. So as a child growing up, my child in UK, you want to do? I will finish you. They beat you. The fact that they beat you, I will beat you too.
Exactly.
You can enroll your child for karate, for defensive purposes, not really to fight. I'm a peacemaker, but you know, you never can tell. Some people can move mad. They can be moving mad. Moving mad. To defend yourself, you know. So that's it. Lucy, I'm really glad you agreed to come to this channel with me.
Always. This is not the last time you see me though.
Yeah, anyways, we still got loads of more content to give you guys. If you enjoyed this video, please kind of give it a big thumbs up, okay? Don't go and not subscribe. She's begging you. Lucy, please tell these people. They don't want to subscribe. People don't like me. They just want to be suffering me on this social media, or I call YouTube, on this platform. Please subscribe, give it a big thumbs up, and watch all of my other content. If you like any, do the same, subscribe, share, and all that good stuff. I'll see you guys in my next one, okay? Until then, you know how we do it. Peace and light always. Mwah. Bye. Who doesn't want my lashes as
everyone calls me Lounge.
Like I said, as you can tell from the title of the video, we are just talking. What are we doing? Sorry,
we're just having a chat.
I just cackle.
I know.
Yeah.
I just quack.
So, oh my God, this video cannot end. Even in my nursing school, spit come out of my mouth.